Hey everyone, this is Linda Ray right here on Main Street, Rochester at Real Estate One. Hi, Mark Sera from John Adams Mortgage Company.
Hi, Linda.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Listen, it's a Monday evening, isn't it?
It is.
Listen, we're just sitting here having a talk, and I thought, boy, the public could really hear that conversation, and it would be possibly some great help to them. What's going on in the mortgage business here today, and how can we unstick the market, Mark?
Yes. Thanks for asking, Linda. Some good news. Inflation numbers came out as well as some jobs numbers. So interest rates have come off of their highs by quite a bit here. So they're heading the right direction. So we love to hear that. As well as you and I just spoke, we're looking at some ways to offer some lower interest rates for buyers that are going to be purchasing a home. And so we're gonna get into that more. As well as, hey, real estate's a great investment over time. And so we have quite a bit of programs out there available.
Well, we were also mentioning the fact of that's not for a 2-year span either. It's not the 2+1 and all the other stuff. That's actually for a 15 to 30-year mortgage, right?
Absolutely, yeah. That's for a fixed rate mortgage.
Yeah.
To be able to get in, yes, and that's not for a short period like an adjustable or a buy down. Correct. That is for the full length of the loan.
And I think that's one of the things I want to drive home because Real Estate One and all of us have some ideas that we think that we can implement and really help these people out with interest rates. And that's what's sticking the market right now. Their payments too high with it. So let's talk about vacation homes.
Yes, absolutely. I get the calls. Hey, Mark, we want to buy a second home, whether it be Florida, Arizona, different places, the warmer, wet climates. And so a lot of programs available out there, 5 to 10% down on a second home. And then many people will purchase. And then, Linda, once they sell their existing home, then they can take that money and apply it towards the principal and do what's called a recast, meaning that they actually recalculate your payment based on the newer, lower mortgage amount. Because again, you're taking that money from the sale of your existing home and then putting it down on the new one. But you don't have to buy before you sell your first one, or they could pay off that second home as well if they wanted to.
Another thing is I find a lot of people are really they're vacillating. Do I go or do I stay? We talked about not what you just said, but also they could lease. They could lease their home for 6 months while they go and stay in a warm climate and find out if they really like that, or take the time when they get to the warmer climate to make sure that they've had all the options placed before them before they pick and choose, and still know that they could come back home to that house in 6 months. So we do lease. I don't know if everybody knows that, but we do lease homes. And I think Paula has leased homes as many as 60-some houses in 1 year. So it is done, and a lot of people are looking for those leases right now for short term as well. So, Mark, what's the phone number if they would like to have some more questions answered by you?
Yes, the phone number. And again, we're there to educate you, so you can be the best educated person in the room. No question's a dumb question. The phone number is 248-760-0288.
Yes, and I want to just throw in there one more thing, too, is I know one of our houses in Florida we leased this year. Not only has it doubled in price since we've purchased it, but it actually, so you don't have to be afraid of buying and then turn around and selling and coming back if you're afraid that you're not going to like it or something. But the fact is that we also leased it on the months that we're not there, and it more than paid for the handyman, for the caretaker, for the association dues, and doubled in price all at the same time. So it's been an excellent investment. So you could also be a snowbird back and forth, but a lot of times people go there to be a snowbird and they never come back. So, but the market could be better by then too. Here in Michigan, as far as the pricing and all interest rates. So don't be afraid to put those scenarios before Mark and myself and see if you have questions that maybe we could help you to make some answers for, that could have you give a very good decision making, and then what your next chapter of life is going to look like. Anything else you'd like to share with them, Mark, before we go?
Well, hey, I'm at it almost now 30 years, and I'm a big believer in real estate. I mean, over time, it goes up in value.
Mm-hmm.
And so, my dad actually purchased, God rest his soul, but my dad purchased a place in Florida for $4,000,
Wow.
and he ended up selling it for $450,000.
Isn't that amazing?
So, I mean, he had it a lot of years, but still.
And the family enjoyed it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, immensely. As so many people have stayed at our homes, and I'm so proud of that they've had a place to go, and it's been such a great investment. So again, if you want to talk about that, call us at 248-709-3786. And Mark's number again?
248-760-0288.
All right, don't be afraid to ask. Thanks. See you later. Bye.
Thanks.